friends. I'm Reverend Karla Lightner, the Senior Associate Minister at Unity San Diego. Today we are going to talk about being protected, being in that loving care of the God of our understanding, and knowing without a shadow of a doubt that I am God's love, I am God's peace, we are protected, we are never ever alone. Today is Tuesday, April 26th. This year is going fast, very, very quickly. The daily word today is from 2 Samuel, chapter 22, verses 2 and 3. The Lord is my rock, my fortress, and my deliverer, my God, my rock, in whom I take refuge. Doesn't it really feel good to know that there's Spirit, the God of our understanding, within us and around us, in and through everything, that we can just lean back into their arms. Lean back into the arms of the God of our understanding and just let things go. It feels so good that we don't have to carry the burden of so many things on our shoulders. We don't have to carry the load. We don't have to look with our limited human thinking, which really keeps us in negativity and keeps us stagnant. And so we can come into times of meditation. We can ask to be free from any fears we might have. And we can replace this limited thinking with knowing, that inner knowing that we are human beings having a temporary human experience. Spiritual beings having this temporary human experience in this spiritual universe that is governed by spiritual laws. And that being said, we have the ability, with just going within, to be able to step out of that limited thinking. We're able to breathe, center, and know that there is so much more than our human eyes can see, and that there is no situation that is too big for God. That God is always present in every situation. There is positivity and a blessing in each situation and in each person, even if we need that magnifying glass. And that if we look for it, we will see it. Unity co-founder Charles Fillmore said that we should look for good in each and every situation. And if we continue to look for the good, we will eventually see it in everything, everywhere. And so that's something that all of us strive to do, isn't it? One thing that I know that kind of brings it to the forefront is a little meditation that Reverend Blair taught us many years ago. And it kind of brings the inner to the outer. We take our hand and we write, I make the shape of a heart. I am God's love. I am, coming up from the bottom to the top, and then around, God's love. I am God's peace. I am God's love. And it just brings that inner to the outer where we can actually touch it and feel it. For me, this works really well when I'm at the dentist or something's going, and I need to calm myself. I get that inner calmness. I put my finger in my hand. I am God's love. I am God's peace. I am God's tranquility. I am God's safety. So anything that brings us to the present brings that expression of being protected and being in the heart of God. That's what's so important. And I really wanted to share that with you today because that's been really instrumental and it's so simple to do. So let's take a moment right now, friends, to just take a moment and come into a time of meditation together, knowing that no situation is too dark or too dim or too crazy for God. That the radiance of God's presence is there, even when we can't see it with our human eyes. It is there, a solution is there. And if we need this time of guidance, a special time today to look for poise, to look for guidance, to look for that centeredness, that safety and security. And if we need to release any feelings of fear, worry about the future, or about anything, that this is a time we can take together, friends, to put those worries aside, to just breathe, knowing that the truth is that we are always divinely protected. Always. So let's take a moment then to just breathe in and release. Breathe in one more time. Oh, and release with an ah. Just kind of brush off our shoulders anything we might have been carrying, any worries, any concerns. Let's just brush them off. Roll our shoulders back a little. Get rid of that baggage. Get rid of that. Because today, with quiet faith and inward stillness, we will throw ourselves into the arms of our God and let go. Let go of any worries and trust, knowing that we are okay. Let's breathe again. Release. Setting aside anything we're holding in our laps or in our consciousness. Getting rid of those to-do lists. Setting them aside for a moment. Knowing that whenever we gather together, friends, we are in this sacred space, a sacred and safe space together, where we bring our voices and our ears together to hear, to speak, and then to listen to what is ours to do. Today, I invite you, friends, to allow the words that I speak to silently become the words of your heart. Sometimes I'm worried. I'm worried about what's going to happen. What's going to happen in the future for my family, myself, my church, my neighborhood, my country, the world. Sometimes I get scared and I'm afraid. And I feel like I need to push it, or I need to know right this minute. But then I breathe, knowing that I can be confident and self-assured that God is in each and every situation, protecting and moving each and every one of us. To know what is ours to do and what is ours not to do. Because as we go into the silence and ask, not only does Spirit reveal actions for us, but also allows us to know what is not ours to do. And so as we come to this place, this time, to dwell in the abundant universe, dwell knowing that Spirit is here with us. And as we take this time to really be confident, we come to this knowing and this asking and this affirming that I am free from fear and I am centered in peace. Let's say that together, friends. I am free from fear and centered in peace. And as we go into this time of silence, we'll focus on this meditation, on this mantra, I am free from fear and centered in peace. I am God's love. And I invite you, if you choose, to put your finger in the palm of your hand and draw a heart. I am centered in peace. I am God's love. I am centered in peace. I am God's love in the silence. am centered in peace. I am God's love. I am grateful to know the truth. I am divinely protected. I am a spiritual being living a temporary human experience in this spiritual universe that is governed by spiritual laws, and therefore I am divinely protected, knowing and seeing the positive, the blessing in each and every person, in each and every situation, and stepping out in faith, knowing that Spirit is indeed in charge and divine order will lead the way. So I breathe in again, release. Breathe one more time, just let go. Open your eyes as you feel moved to do so, friends. Knowing that at any time you can go to this space, this time of silence in the meditation with just a breath. Just take a breath. Anytime you're feeling upset, feeling worried, have a little test of faith there, or if you just need to know or want to know, hey, what is mine to do? What is mine not to do? Or if you just want to say thank you, God, for everything, just breathe, let go, and allow yourself to fall into those arms of God. Well, thank you so much for joining me today, friends. It's a beautiful, lovely Tuesday, April 26th, and I just want to say thank you so much for joining me. Namaste. Bye-bye.